Okay, if you hear me be quiet for a few minutes, it's because I'm putting in this in my cart so that I can get the auto ship on this amazing Faroe salmon. So let me put this in perspective. Curtis Stone, Michelin-starred chef, he's our #1 brand across all the categories. Customer review over and over and over again. We used to do an 8 count for basically the same cost. Well, what Chef is doing, I believe only for this show on immediate shipment, is a 12 count, They're all center cut, which by the way is more expensive to do. I'm actually friends with the guys and gals at my meat market, my fishmonger, and they even give me the old stink eye when I say, can I get a center cut, please? Because it's more expensive, perfectly proportioned, precisely controlled. It's fast, it's easy, it's healthy, it's delicious. We have the last 1,000 in single ship, and then fewer than 2,000 on the auto ship, which by the way, that might sound like a lot, but since we're in, tens of millions of homes and we've been around for over 4 decades, it's a gotta get it now. So, I believe last show where you can get the immediate shipment on single, probably last show on the auto ship. Again, 12 instead of 8, individual center cut, 6 ounce, the most delectable, delicious, easy to cook. And by the way, it's like the chef is coming home to you. The new Epicurean butter included as well. All right, he's got some splaining to do because I have no idea how this price happened. My friend, the Michelin man himself, Chef Curtis Stone. The good news is we're on a little bit earlier than I'm normally with you, my friend, because I'm just telling you, this has been hot.
I'm trying to do sign language to Richie. Bring me the fish, not you, you big lump. How are you, Shannon?
I'm good. It's good to see you. Well, you are so lucky you saved some of that, of the immediate shipment for me, because with over 9,000 sold, we knew this was going to be a winner, but no kidding, Chef. I have been waiting to get this, because it sells out every time you do it, but you made it better, the best price, the best tasting. You can't mess it up. So thank you for this today's special.
Shannon, you are so welcome. You know what? When you've got a beautiful product like this, you want to share it. And I want to share it with as many people as possible. And I hope you share it too. One of my best mates, he buys this for his mum and he buys it for his sister. And he saw we were on today and he said, I'm trying to think of who else I can send it to. And when you do share delicious food with people, it is all the better, isn't it? Now, I've got this beautiful Faroe Island salmon. I'm putting my different seasonings on. And I'm just going to talk about the seasonings real quick, because I only have one show after this, Shannon. This will not make it. This is the last chance that you have to buy the seasonings, okay? There's 3 different ones. This guy right here is the dill parsley. It's a salt-free seasoning. Over here, we've got the Key West, which has got a little coriander and ginger. And then this is the best of the bay. So this has got a bit of paprika, cayenne pepper, and I'm just going to sprinkle those over. So if you want to pick up on those, go ahead and jump on him while you can. Over here, I'm going to show you how this fish just flakes so simply. Now, why is salmon such an important part of our diet? Well, we know how good it is for us, right? Full of omega-3s, full of essential fatty acids, vitamins and nutrients, a great source of protein. It is just a wonderful, wonderful, all the doctors will tell you, oh, pardon me, to have it at least once a week, Shannon. I'm going to be quiet for a minute. You can tell everyone how we get it, and then I'm going to dive right in and start cooking it for you.
Absolutely. So a couple of things as I do that. When I said, I guess it's a good sign that I was shopping before this show even started. The seasonings, just so you realize, I'm actually on auto ship for all the seasonings that Chef does. To me, they are my secret weapon. But the seafood ones are brand new. Now we have the last 100 in the auto ship. And then basically same amount, give or take, on the single ship as well. So this will be your final opportunity to get that. Remember, as we move forward, Sarah will have the last official day with Chef on our today's special. However, I believe this will be the final show where we're looking at that immediate shipment. 12 center cut, so 12 center cut, 6 ounce Faroe Island salmon. all precision cut recipes, of course, that Epicurean butter included as well. The thing is, Chef is not only our #1 brand and a Michelin-starred chef, he is a butcher at heart. And when Chef, when you started bringing food to the network, you really helped us step to a higher standard. I mean, forget the fact that shipping and receiving and transportation of goods has been much more challenging in the world that we live in now. That's why you moved heaven and earth to make sure that any of these were available, because the Faroe Island, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the elevated salmon. Like if I went to your restaurant or any, highfalutin, Michelin-starred or 5-star restaurant, Faroe Island is more expensive because those little suckers, boy, they get their exercise. They live a good life, don't they?
Well, have a look at where they come from, Shannon. I mean, this is the Faroe Islands, and this is the waters around it, which is full of pristine, icy, snowy water that comes running in out of the streams. There's obviously very little life apart from wildlife up there. So beautiful, clean, unpolluted waters. Now, when it comes to aquaculture, there's a couple of things that are important. A natural environment, a clean environment, a pristine one like what you're seeing right now. Then the food is very important. Now, this is non-GMO, all natural food, of course. I wouldn't sell you anything other than that. The freshness is also very important. Now, what happens is we process this fish, and let me show you how we do it. I'm going to pick up a whole side of salmon here, okay? This is taken off the ship. Right, sorry, this is taken off the farm, and then the first thing we do is we remove the tail. That's the thin piece that, should be much less expensive. Then we remove all the bones from both sides, right? We remove those rib bones as well. Next, what we do is remove the collar. So what you're left with is the center cut. There's pin bones that run down here. We remove them, skin removed. And then we go ahead and we portion this into those 6-ounce portions. Absolutely perfect. They're frozen there and then. So the same day it comes out of the water, it is frozen, which means for you, you're getting the ultimate freshness. Now, don't forget, these are individually packaged. Look at the size of those thick fillets. I mean, these beautiful, big, thick fillets. And here, listen to this. That's how they arrive to you. Frozen, solid. They come to you on dry ice. So when you want to cook one, you just pull out one. It all arrives before Easter, before the Lent period starts. So the great news there, of course, is you'll be sharing those wonderful Friday night dinners. Richie's brought me some more over. Thanks, mate. Now, if you thought I was being a bit cheeky with Rich, don't worry about him. We've been mates since we were in our 20s, Shannon. In fact, we started working together in Europe when we were 21 years old. Right, mate? For a guy named Marco Pierre, and he's still just as naughty as ever. He was my boss, actually. He was chef de partie, and I was his commie. So we've got a long history. But look at this gorgeous salmon here, Shannon. I'm going to go ahead and show you. You just flake this so ever simply, right? And you see that beautiful pink in the center, gorgeous caramelization on the top. I would ask you this. Don't put anything on your first bite. I want you to try it in its purest form because it will blow you away. Oh, then go crazy. Do whatever you want to do. I'm going to hit this little dill seasoning over here. Now, these are my secret weapons. I say that. You can put it on and use it as a dry rub, or you can sprinkle it over as a seasoning. Both work beautifully. But when you get salmon that is so delicate, comes out of, oh, Richie, this is perfectly cooked, mate, comes out of that perfect environment, you will just never look back. So whether you're cooking it in a pan, whether you're grilling it, over here I'm steaming. You can see I've gone ahead and put into my steamer with a little bit of fresh vegetables. Now, over here, let me turn this over and show you that beautiful char that you're going to get in a grill pan. All that needs just a second longer. It works every single time, and you will not be disappointed. Now, the other way to cook it, of course, is in your air fryer, in your oven. You can bake it. I've stuck it on a plank. Now, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and crumb it. You could deep fry it. It is just such a versatile fish, and you'll find so many ways. Now, the average review here, Shannon, is 4.7 stars. Okay, to get 4.7 stars on a product that's been reviewed over 300 times with perfect 5-star reviews, you've got to imagine most people that get this absolutely fall in love with it. and for good reason. The flavor, Shannon, is really, really special.
It is indeed. By the way, Sandy, it's kind of a combo. It's that pinky, peachy red salmon. Vicki Lee, we love you. She also has this on auto ship. Jesse says hi to Chef as well. Jesse, great to have you along. Let's be Facebook buddies. Let's be shopping buddies. If you can guess what I'm shopping for, maybe it's something you're shopping for, we could put $25 spendable cash in your pocket. Hey, this is the pan that Chef was alluding to. This is one of the few pans of his I don't own, but I am gonna get this tonight because I can tell you for a fact, whether it's with the ribeyes that we have, or whether it's his scallops or his shrimp or my pork ribeye or your salmon, it is this cast aluminum. So it's the best of what we would expect in cast iron, only dishwasher safe, nothing sticks, nothing comes off, any range. And then if you're looking for your perfect omelet pan, we have basically 1,000 only. In fact, I was supposed to have a full airing of this, but because there are so few of them, they actually had to take it out of my show. So check with your service representatives for details. Oh, thank you, Steve. 417-209. And of course, we can't do a show without talking about the Kinetic Thermometer, because that means no undercooked, no overcooked, perfect temperatures every time. You don't need batteries. But what you do need to do is you do need to act pronto. Remember, this is our discovery days here at HSN. Chef is not only Michelin starred, a butcher at heart, he's our #1 brand across all the categories. He in the past, and I don't know if we have this on .com or not, but the 8 count is what we used to do in the Faroe Island salmon, and it's completely sold out for basically the same price. Today only, in all likelihood, this show only, we have the last 1,000 of single ship. Remember, these are all center cut. It's a larger pack than what Chef even did in the past. And then we have just a little more than 1,000 in the auto ship. Now, I did auto ship, and you can customize that delivery. That Epicurean butter is included. Hey, by the way, part of the fun, and we are actually adding an hour of cooking to these shows in March. When Chef said it's the do-it-all protein, I do salads, I do tacos. On my Facebook, Shannon Smith on HSN on Facebook, I did a salmon niçoise salad. And Chef, that's just it. I mean, it cooks so fast, it cooks so beautifully. They're all center cut, so they're all perfect precision portions. This is as good as it gets. And then the fact that we're getting this one day only price, you really hit it out of the park tonight.
Well, Shannon, you know what? Like I said, when you have something great, you should share it, and we really do. Now, how do you know your salmon's cooked? Here's how. You pick up that Kinetic Thermometer, you give it a really quick shake like that. This runs off kinetic energy, you guys, so it'll never, ever require a battery. You go ahead, pull that probe out, stick it right into the thickest part of the salmon. It's going to give you a digital readout. Now, you're probably looking for about, this one's been sitting and resting for just a minute, so that's at like 105. Have a look at these ones over here in my grill pan. You're looking for about 130 if you still want it to be a little pink. Oh, look, that is still quite pink. Now, that's good. Now, I'm going to pull one out, and I'm going to show it to you. But first of all, let me show you this. I can just go on through and flake that salmon so beautifully, and you can see how it's perfectly cooked on the inside, beautifully charred on the top there. Wow, I've got to tell you, when you've got such a pristine product like this, it is just really, really simple. Again, here we go. This one's coming out of the grill. Now, by the way, my grill pan is available, you guys. We have all of those beautiful DuraPans that you know and love so well. So go to HSN, shop that whole collection, because it really is just such a wonderful sale that we're having here today. I'm only here today, Shannon. I'm normally here for 3 or 4 days. Today is it. So if you want to jump in, come have some fun with us. By the way, give us a call if you've got the salmon or if you've got the steaks. We're going to do some ribeyes in a minute. Oh my goodness, the flavor of that butter, it's just a hint of garlic, a hint of lemon, but wow, is it good. I'll swap you for a clean board there, Matt, if you don't mind, because I want to show everyone the steamed salmon. Thanks, bud. Here we go, let's lift that up. In fact, I'll put my lid straight onto a lid rest, another one of my great tools here, you guys. So you can use the skillet, and it's very, very simple to steam, to roast, to slow cook. Again, we have some of those available too. And I'm going to take that out. Look at that beautiful steamed salmon, Sebastian. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just go ahead and put a little bit of seasoning onto that beautiful salmon. Now, this one, you guys, is that is the Key West. It's got a bit of ginger. It's got a bit of coriander. It is just so, so delicious. We've also got the top of the bay, and we also have that beautiful herb, basil, and dill and parsley. So really, really, I mean, look at that gorgeous salmon steamed. So good for you, Shannon. I mean, there's so many wonderful health benefits that come with salmon, which is why all the doctors recommend having it at least twice a week.
For sure, but you know what? You can't always guarantee that you can have it that often, depending on where you live, depending on what's available at your fish market or your supermarket. This is it's the elevated class. And the thing is, you're not spending any more money for those additional piece count. Remember, Chef originally did an 8-count of the Faroe Island salmon, and it's completely sold out on hsn.com. So for virtually the same price, he's doing the 12-count. All precision center cut, and then of course, including that beautiful Epicurean lemon garlic butter. If you are shopping, by the way, we would love for you to become a Facebook friend with us. Leslie loves it. Thank you, Leslie. Jesse, good to see you. My friend Vicki Lee is helping everybody out, even with item numbers. I love you, Vicki Lee. Ned, good to see you as well. Jesse and Sandy. So remember, if you can guess what I'm shopping for, hopefully it's something you're shopping for, you could get $25 spendable cash. But if you planned on shopping for the seafood seasonings, Steve, are we in the dozens remaining on both the single and auto ship now? Okay, single ship we're better-ish, but the auto ship, it does appear that this will be the final opportunity to grab those seafood seasonings on the auto ship. And then speaking of immediate delivery, if you want the immediate delivery on our today's special, it appears likely that this will be your final show to get the immediate delivery. Now, one quick thing, all of our food has free shipping. You still get a 30-day return policy. It's on 4-pay flex pay. So for less than the cost of, one entree, conceivably, if you were getting Faroe Island salmon at one of Chef's amazing restaurants, we're gonna send this your way. I also want to encourage you to do delivery direct. Yes, I shop a lot during my shows, but I have to be honest, I do try to be pretty generous. I pay it forward. So sometimes when I'm shopping, it's not just for me, it is for other people. This is one I want to have sent to my parents because, Chef, that's just it. Depending on where you live, my parents live in a very small town in frigid Minnesota. And this means having that beautiful, sustainable, that delicate, flaky, rich, unctuous, healthy salmon whenever I want it. And basically, you're absorbing the extra costs because we know the costs of fresh meat and produce in particular have gone up exponentially. So it is true, if people do the auto ship, you cannot legally raise the price even though they can customize delivery. That's an easy way of saying it, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And by the way, I keep getting asked this question. If I get the auto ship, will I get the butter every time? Yes, absolutely, you sure will. You'll get 12 portions at this crazy price, so you can lock it in. Of course, you can turn it off whenever you want, but this is such a wonderful butter. It works well with steak. It works well to make garlic bread, you name it. Let me show you a few other things you'll be doing, though, Shannon. I've done a chowder here, right? And now I've got my salmon. That's 3 portions. I've cut them all into 4. By the way, this soup's going to serve 6. Which means I'm now talking about $5 a portion for the salmon that goes into dinner. You can use it for pasta. You can boil it, you can fry it, you can steam it. There's so many beautiful ways to cook with it. I'm gonna just hit this with just a tiny bit more butter. You mentioned that 8-inch saute pan, Shannon, and here it is. I mean, what a lovely little size pan it is, and it's just that perfect little individual. By the way, yes, we have the wonderful DuraPan saucepans and saute pans. We also have the stock pots. So go to hsn.com and check those out because, look, I'm standing right in front of one. We have them in the 10-quart. I know that the season for making soups and stews is right now. We have the skillets. We have all of the cookware that you're looking for, including this, you guys, my 3-piece slide-out pan, which you will absolutely fall in love with, designed by my 8-year-old at the time. Okay, I'm going back to my oven because I want to show you air frying this salmon. Shannon, it is, I mean, look at this, crispy. And this has been in at a really nice hot temperature. You can see that beautiful crunchy crumb on the outside, but wait till you see it on the inside. First, let's check its temperature. Before you break into it, you want to make sure that it's cooked to the way you want it. So what I do is I pop my probe right into the thickest part. We're looking, oh yeah, look, we're right up at 170. So I've actually gone and cooked this one a little too far. But it's good to know this little probe here will actually teach you how to cook. You'll learn from it along the way, and you'll see what I mean. See how this is just a little bit cooked further than I would like it? I still like it just a little pink on the inside. But hey, listen, you live and you learn, Shannon, and that's the beautiful thing. Whether this is coming out of the steamer, whether it's coming out of the air fryer, the flavor of the salmon remains. It is pristine, it is pure, it is clean. It's just delicious.
It is, and it's so easy. You know how Chuck Woolery used to say 2 and 2? We say 3 and 3. That's all it is. 3 and 3. So quick little 3-minute, and dinner is served. Of course, that if it's just dinner for one, then the final 1,000 on that 8-inch pan that Chef was talking about is the perfect complement to that. I was supposed to have a full airing, but since there are only 1,000 in black or red, they did not give me a full airing. Of course, if you're in the mood for grilling, ask about that cast aluminum grill pan, because that is also here for a special price. But the big thing for a lot of us out there, and by the way, Jesse, thank you for taking our advice and trying it tonight. I think you'll love it. It's interesting because Leslie was saying she might actually upgrade to this one. Many of you on Facebook Live are saying, well, I have the 8-count and I love it. There's no waste because they're all center cut and precision frozen. But remember, for virtually the same cost, and there is no waste because you don't get freezer burn just because of how these are packaged. I'm so impressed what Chef does, not only in his cookware, but especially in his food. It's been a lifesaver for me based on, you know, current and not so distant times. So for virtually the same cost, instead of an 8-count, it's a 12-count. And then of course you do get that Epicurean butter as well. Remember, it still has a 30-day return policy. It still has free shipping. Here's the thing though, if you want immediate delivery, we are dipping into the hundreds remaining on that immediate delivery. And certainly whether it's a gift or you're sending across the miles, either way, I would do it because you can speed up, you could cancel, you could slow down. I am doing the auto ship because you can actually customize that auto ship. I'm on a lot of Chef's Food for auto ship, so that way I just kind of vary the shipment times so that I'm never overwhelmed at once. But the whole point is we and he cannot legally raise that price once you have enrolled in that auto ship value. So we have just a little more than 1,000 left in the auto ship at that today's special. Oh, I'm sorry, which Steve? Oh, in each option. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I definitely am gonna recommend it to you. So Chef, I know you're showing off one of the Hudson pans, but how easy is this?
I mean, isn't it incredible? Look at that gorgeous salmon. And when you're cooking it in the DuraPan, you know nothing ever sticks, of course. And look how this fish just flakes. I mean, Shannon, the deal is you get what you pay for with salmon. But I'm kind of breaking that rule today because the truth is this is the best of the best. I'm sure you've seen Faroe Island salmon written on the high-end restaurants, right, on the menus. And, you know, I've served this salmon for 40 bucks downstairs for one portion. And today you're taking home the entire box for 119. It really is quite unbelievable, this deal. You can cook like a chef. You're taking home that garlic butter. Oh, the flavor is magic.
It is.
The health benefits are magic. The value is incredible. You can lock it in on auto ship. I can't quite believe that you can lock it in. I'm so happy for everyone because I know that you're going to be so rejoiced when you're cooking with this for Easter. Imagine Good Friday, you're serving this delicious salmon, and Shannon, look at the quantity. I'm just going to hold it up and show it to everyone again. I'm a big guy, so I make everything look small. Look at those beautiful 12 portions, all perfectly center cut. Beautiful, big, thick 6 ounces. Now, one of you might want to share. that means that it's about $5 a portion, right? Less than $5 per portion, which is just crazy when you consider the quality.
Hey, Chef, just a real quick question. By the way, Shady, our thoughts, we know there's been some crazy weather out there. Shady finally got water on. Shady, we're thinking of you. But Carol was asking if there was a limit on the auto ship. And Carol, that's an excellent question, because sometimes in beauty we say only it's a 1-year enrollment. It is a 60-day rotation right now. But of course, remember, you can change that rotation. So, but we cannot legally raise the price. So Chef, you're not capping this at a year? I mean, at least you're gonna honor this for as long as you and your suppliers can step up to the plate, right?
As long as people want to stay in the program, we'll honor it. And that's the beautiful thing, Shannon. You know, when you lock something down, well, that's to me customer loyalty, and we want to repay that. We want to repay everyone that's written those incredible reviews. You've made us HSN's #1 brand, and every time I say it, I get the chills, because the beautiful thing is we care so much about the food we consume and the products that we cook it in. So I'm so happy for you all to be getting this home today.
Absolutely. By the way, Michael, boneless, skinless, uber flaky, uber delectable, uber easy, uber delicious, now in final quantities on that immediate shipment. So now in final quantities on those immediate shipment, remember about 1,000, give or take, on the immediate or on the single ship, or auto ship rather, but definitely do it now. Now, speaking of